Good morning, students. It is Monday, November 30th, and today is our first day of our new learning model. So we are full distance learning, which means this is a video, but that tomorrow I'm going to be able to see you live and via video. I'll be doing my first live lesson ever. I'm really excited. I wanted to kind of check in with you guys this morning, and your warm-up today had to do with what you did over the long break. I hope you had a great break and you had a good time with your family, even though this year's Thanksgiving was probably a little different than it has been in the past. But your warm-up today had to do with tell me about what you did over your weekend, maybe what you did for Thanksgiving or how you spent your time, your whole week off of school. So for the example, I actually told you a little bit about my break and my weekend. So if you haven't looked at the warm-up yet, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about today. The first is I want to talk about something from last week, well, 2 weeks ago, and then I want to go over your questions for the exit ticket, okay? So, but first, what I want to talk about is 2 weeks ago, before we went on our break, for Thanksgiving, the last exit ticket question I had for you was, what is something that I have done this fall that has been helpful to you? Or what is something that I should keep doing in distance learning? And I got a lot of really great responses. And I want to show you that what I did with them, which is I wrote all of them down. See, helpful stuff from students. So I wrote them down here. Here were some notes I had for myself, but then it kept going down here. We're not done. And then there's a whole other page over here of things that you guys said was helpful that I should continue to do in our model change. Some of the recurring themes or some of the things that students said a lot was you were funny and you should keep being funny because it helps me remember stuff. And I said, okay, I can do my best on that. I'm not always funny, but I could, try to keep that up. Sometimes I'm funny unintentionally. We'll see how that goes. And the other one that students said a lot was having like notes like that you could follow along with, either on like a slides while I'm teaching or like notes that you actually can fill in. Those look a little bit different if we're going to do it all digitally, but I'm going to keep providing notes to you guys so that you can continue to go back to them. And we're going to have to find, like, I'll have options for you to print them off at home, but if you don't have a printer at home, like me, I don't have a printer at home, you'll still have a way to fill those in digitally, okay? Another one is that students said that they really liked is that I would go through, like on the video, I would actually go through the assignment and what you were supposed to do for that assignment. So I'd actually share my screen, and I will continue to do that. I think that makes sense for my brain too. So I really like doing that. And then finally, another big one was, besides, again, make sure you're being funny and giving us dumb ways to remember things, which I can keep up with that, is having those sentence starters or those examples for how you should be writing your exit ticket. And we're getting a lot better at using those. And so if I'm giving you those sentence starters, please try to use them, because if you use the sentence starters, you're for sure going to get all of your points because you're giving me the answer in the format for which I am asking. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to show you that because I wanted to show you that when I ask questions like what worked well or what didn't work well for you, that's a sincere question and I really use it. So please make sure that if there are things that are not working or if there's something that could be helpful that I'm not doing, that you reach out to me. I'm going to keep doing some of those exit tickets where I ask you like what has been helpful or what didn't work this week. And I want you to be honest, because I really use that information and I'm really doing it so that I can do a better job helping you, but I can't know unless you tell me. So some students said nothing, everything's fine. Okay, well, can I have a little bit more, please? Okay, now that was my just little thing I wanted to talk about for how we can be successful together in distance learning. And now some information. If you don't have a notebook or something on which to write, pause me right now because I want you to have that, because I'm going to go over our exit ticket questions. There are 3 exit ticket questions and each of them have multiple parts. So stop, get something to write with, get a notebook or a piece of paper so you can write these down. The first exit ticket question asks, what is the minimum number of things that you will have to complete in language arts every day of school? And the answer to that is 3. That's the minimum, meaning every single day, no matter what, you will have 3 things you need to do in language arts. The first one is every day warm up. That means if you have a live lesson or if it is a video lesson, you have to complete the warm up every day. The second one is going to be your video or live lesson. Live lessons are required. You must attend. They are required. And the last one is an exit ticket. So just kind of like it was in the fall when, or before distance learning, you will have a warm-up, a video or a live lesson, and an exit ticket. That's the minimum. Now, some days you might have like a worksheet that gives you extra practice on whatever we're talking about. That was one of the things students said was really helpful, is that I gave you like kind of a worksheet or something to fill out to help focus your thinking and what you should be looking for, like for the myths where we had, you know, those pieces we needed to find. So you might have something else in there that you'll be using to help you do your lesson for the day, but those are the minimum. 3 things: warm up, video and or a live lesson, so those interchange, and an exit ticket every day. Okay, your exit ticket's going to ask you how many and what are those 3 things. I just said them twice. Hope you're writing it down. Your next exit ticket question is, what days will you have live lessons with Miss Doyle? And some of you are like, duh, if I'm watching a video today, that means that I have live lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you're absolutely right. So Mondays and Wednesdays, you will not see me live. You'll just see a video of me coming from either my apartment or the classroom. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will meet live and I will actually have you face-to-face in class. Okay, that's question number 2. Question number 3, I think, is fun. Now, some days I'm going to include a secret word. Now, we are going to be using Edpuzzle to do our videos, and Edpuzzle actually will let me know like who has watched something, and that it'll be an assignment, like you'll be required to watch it. You can't just like click it on and do something else. You actually have to watch it. And that another way that's going to force, so that's going to make you watch the whole video, which is one of the requirements. But also it might be kind of fun if I have a secret word. And so you have a secret word today. And that word is consequential. Consequential is, it kind of sounds like the word consequences, and consequential is an adjective. It's a describing word, and it means having important effects or results. So if something is consequential, it is important, or it can cause important things to happen. The word is consequential. Now, your question on your exit ticket will say, what is the secret word and what does it mean? I'll say it again. Consequential means having important effects or results, just like the word consequences. And consequences doesn't mean bad. Consequences just mean results of things. So a consequence of you doing your work means that you will earn good grades. So consequence doesn't have to be bad. It can just mean what it causes or what the result is. So your 3 questions for your exit ticket, I just went over. What are the minimum number of things you have to do in language arts in Google Classroom each day? 3. What days we have live lessons? Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when you'll see me live in the flesh. And the last one is the secret word, consequential, which means having important effects or results. Okay? That is all I have for you today. I'm really looking forward to our live lesson tomorrow. This week is all about getting our bearings, meaning understanding where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, and checking things off the list. All right. So we will be returning to mythology. I promise. We're just not talking about it yet because I want to make sure you know how to log into your live lessons at all. Okay. That's it. I'm leaving. I'll see you guys later. Our live lessons tomorrow. Bye.